Hey everyone, my name is Edwina and I'm with Elegant Creations, and I am here to do my videos on a project share for Saturday Morning Makes with Jill Norwood. And today I wanted to do some Nugget treat boxes that I do. They're really small. Excuse me. They hold a Nugget candy, and so these I sell at my craft shows, and I was working on my new ones, so I wanted to share these, and they're really cute. And so I'm going to start with my little gingerbreads. Okay, so I have a little boy and a little girl, and I use this die that I got on Amazon, and this is such a cute die. You can use it for a lot of stuff. I put it on my little aprons that I make. I didn't put them on little cups, and they're just a good size. Let's see, all the way to the foot, it's about 2 inches, and the biggest part is about 1 inch, 1 3/4. So I love this die. It comes with the candy canes, but they're kind of complicated to do, so I just do a lot of different things with them, or I just hang them off of, like, let's say a cup, so they only see this part of the face and the hands. So on these, I did not do these little what are they called, the little frosting things on the gingerbread. I just did it with a pen, my little white gel pen. And so I cut out a little oval. I have a punch that I had gotten, and so I put that, and then I stamp my little sentiments, and I use these little gingerbread stamps, gingerbread stamps that I have. And you can do a circle also, and if you have stamps, but all I had was a long one, so it just fit this oval. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there, and then my next one is a gnome. And this one I got also on Amazon. Most of my dies I get on Amazon. Okay, so I got this die. And I didn't do the body, I just did the beard and the hat and the nose and the feet. And this is a good one for scraps. If you have a lot of little pieces, I did the front and the back. So in all my treat boxes, I use 2 pieces of paper in the front and 2 in the back. I was cut 4. To give it some stability, and then I make the little box. And so most of the boxes are the same, except there's a few exceptions, and I'll show you those ones in a little bit. So this is the measurements on the box. So you cut a piece of paper of 3 by 3/4 by 2.5, and then you score at 1, 1 3/4, 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then on the 2 1/4 side, you score at 3/4. That's your bottom. And I can get 10 out of 1 piece of paper. So I sell these for $1 at my craft shows, and I buy a huge bag of nuggets, and so that kind of saves on the cost. And I make quite a bit, like hundreds. I did 20 of these, and I'm making about 20 of those, and all of them I'm making about 20. Plus I have some other ones that are more girly type, and so I'll be showing those another time. And so the next one is this little church. And I just put glitter paper in the back. I didn't put the top piece. And so this church is a Recollections die that I got years ago, and I really never used it till a couple of years ago. It comes in 2 pieces. I think it comes with a stamp set. I got this at Michael's. And so this is the white part, and then I did this in gold. And so then you just layer it. And it looks really pretty if you do like a blue glitter in the back. I did some tags out of these, and I really like the way they came out. And you can put a little tag that says joy, or just anything you have small. I don't have too many small, tiny stamps. So there's that one. And then I did these purses. These are the first things I've ever done years ago, about 8 years ago, and I've been making them ever since, and I can't keep up with them. And I did some Christmas, and I do some glitter ones. And these ones, let me get my measurements. You cut a 4 by 4.5. This is your 4.5. This is your 4. And you're going to score it at 1. Turn it and score again at 1. And then you're going to turn it and score at 1 3/4 on each side. And you're going to bring it to the front like that. And you're going to have a little crease right there. So that's going to make your little box. Then I did a round circle and I scored 2 little lines right here. I think they're a 1/4 inch apart, and then stuck a ribbon on it. And the nugget fits perfectly in there. So this purse right here is the exact same thing. I did it the same way, except I got a circle punch and I cut it here, and then I cut some circles with the middle cut off, and then I glued them to the purse. And so I glued them in here. I glued this down so it stays. So this is like a little tote. And then I put some little flowers, some leaves, some holly leaves, and a little flower punch I had. Okay, so these are really cute. These are so popular. I sell them like crazy, and sometimes I can't keep up with them. And so my next one, and these are all the ones I did last year. Then I have a couple of new ones. I'm still working on some. So this is my little snowman. And this snowman I got from Spellbinders. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby years ago. And a couple of years ago. So this is the little face. And you can put the little scarf if you want. I just, it was too small. I mean, too big, the scarf. So I just put a little ribbon. And I do have a sample. So this is a scarf, so you would have to cut it. Oops, I'm on thumbs. So unless you put it up a little bit, then this will be showing. And if you put it down a little bit, then you'd have to cut that off because it won't stand. No rock. Okay, so you want it laying flat. Okay, and then I just decorate the hat and put a little bit of puff paints on there and make it look like snow. And then did the eyes. I did the eyes a little different than what the stamp is. It's like a half moon, so I like to make it into a circle. Okay, so next is, oh, I have a little dress that I made, and I got this stamp that it's supposed to be a Mrs. Claus. It's got a hat, some shoes, some gloves, a little bra. I did break the dress because I kept putting, I didn't want it that long, then I kept putting my plate here, and it's so thin. That's the only thing I don't like about this die. It's very, very thin. And here's the little bottom part. This one I did different. Oh no, this one I have this bottom, but it kind of curves here. And it comes with the collar, and it comes with the belt and the buckle. It does come with the little buttons, but I just drew them on because it was kind of hard to do the tiny little things. So what I did on this one is I cut a piece of paper that was 2 inches by, what was it, 1.5. And then I scored it a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch here. And so the dress, I did 2 pieces of glitter, and I faced them front and back. I turned one piece of glitter backwards because you want to make sure that it fits. These don't quite match up. So then I did the red piece of paper to back it up to make it more stability. So the candy fits in here. It doesn't have a box, so the candy will sit right there. So then you're going to have your dresses, and then you're going to put it on this little piece of paper. And then, see where you see the little seam. And this would be the back side of the pattern. And then I glued the top together. That way it holds it tight. Right there, and then I did it with some little holly leaves, and then I use these little things I get at Hobby Lobby, and then I smash them. They have glitter on them, and then they fit, but they have all these different sizes. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there, and then I did a little boy and a little girl. I used to do a lot of girly nuggets, and a lot of people were asking me if I had anything for a boy, so I started making the Christmas ones in 2021, I think it was when I started, and doing that, and so it has evolved. I've added more every year, and these are my new ones this year. And so what I did was I used find my die. Okay. This die, it's a shaker die. Comes like this, and then it's got the square one in this style, and it comes with the spoon. So I used the square, and then I rounded the corners, and I put 2 and 2 in front and back. And then the drizzles, I did a where's my die? Okay, so I used this die. It's got the marshmallows, and it's got the little drizzles, and got candy canes, and this is a shaker also. It's a cup, and this is a really cute die. I really like it. And I did make some stuff on this, so I'll be showing that soon. And so this little bow, I had a couple of little small bows, so I did that for the boy, and then put some little holly leaves, and put a little bit more marshmallows on him. And the little girl, I had a die from a gingerbread one. And so what I did with the eyes is I went ahead and cut a piece of cardboard the same size as a box. And so I did eyes on there, circles, and so then I just put it on the piece of paper and then drew the eyes and then decorated it and then did the little mouth. And so I did put the drizzles front and back, and then I rubbed it with brown just to make it look like it was toasted, and did the little cheeks. I used a Q-tip, and I put it in red and then make circles. And so I thought these were so cute. I love them. And I made 20 of those, but I probably will have to end up making more. And so my last one is a little mailbox. And it holds a little nugget. And what I like about this one is that, well, I angled it here because I couldn't figure out how to close it and, put the word mail and stuff. And so this worked out good. So I don't have to really put anything in it to hold it. And you can also do it that way too, but I like the little flap. And so I used my pen and did mail. And so this box is a little different than the other one. And there's a bigger version, and a lady that her YouTube channel is Stamping with Amore, and she made a bigger version of these, and I had made some, and they are really cute, and they're treat boxes. And so I needed something with Santa type of thing, so I thought these were cute. And so the box, it's the same as the other one, except I added another 1/4 of an inch. And you do the same measurements, but on the flap, which is this part right here. And so what I did, let me see if I can find my stuff. Okay, so when you score it, I angled it here on the 1 inch, and then this is the, I think it's 1 1/4, I don't even know. 1 inch. And then this is the 3/4, I'm sorry, 3/4, 1 inch, and 3/4. So I angled it right here, and this is your little angle, and this is your middle. So when you put the box together, that's the way it will look. And this is the way the box is. Okay. Then you have your little, the flap, which is 1 by 1 3/4. And then I scored it at a half, which is this little piece right here. Okay. And then I scored it at 1 1/4, which is right here. And then I went in and did just the next notch before it, which is 1 3/8. So I guess you would do 1 3/8 and then 1 1/4. No, 1 1/4, 1 3/8. Sorry. Now I'm getting myself confused. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it over your back, because this is going to be your back side right here. I'm sorry. Hope there's not a shadow. Okay, so this is going to be set like this. And this won't show because you'll have your back. And then you're going to fold that in. And you're going to put glue right here. So you're going to lean that on the back so it looks like a little crease. And that's what holds this. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do the little writing on it. And I put mail, and then I put the little gold. And then these little things I found. Oops. I hit my camera. I went into clip art. And then I found, it was like a little square that had a bunch of these on there. And so I just made it bigger or smaller, depends on what prints out too, and then I just cut them out. And so this is what I'm going to put. Some of them say express delivery from North Pole, and the circles I use a circle punch. And so that's what I did on that. And on the gingerbread, I wanted to go back a little bit. I cut the little arms here so you can insert your little oval, because they're closed, and so then you just open them up, and then I just stamp my sentiment, and then put them underneath like that. Then I put a little bow and the one for the little boy. So, and that's it, I think. They're really fun to make, and they sell good at the craft shows, so that really helps me. I make a bunch so I can pay for my booth fees a lot of times, and they're very popular. I don't think I've ever just sold one. I think I always sell between 5 and 20. Some people have bought 25, and they're not expensive to make, because you can get 10 out of each sheet of paper, and then you can get a whole bunch of these on one sheet. And so I just kind of calculate how much I can get, and I use a couple of sheets on those because I like to make a bunch. And if you just want to make a few, you can use a sheet of paper, but they're really cute to make. So I hope you enjoy it, and please leave a comment if you like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button. I appreciate it. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.